Hello, and welcome to another episode of Distinct Authors. If this is the first time you've joined me, welcome. I make podcasts like this every week. Click on the follow button so you'll never miss an upcoming episode. Today I'd like to talk about reviews. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the confusing ones. As authors, we are all aware we need reviews. The more reviews we have, the better the ranking on Amazon and other distribution sites. However, as many of us know from experience, getting reviews in a market that's pushing out tens of thousands of books a month is extremely difficult. There are a lot of ways to get the word out: review exchanges, submitting to reputable review sites, friends, family, writers groups, etc., and all are an excellent stream to generate a review. One does have to be aware of some places, such as Amazon, where their guidelines can impact the availability of the reviews or whether they're deleted or not. Places such as Booksprout and Story of Origin also offer authors a chance to put up ARCs or advanced reading copies to get reviews posted within a timely fashion, and in my experience have resulted in actual reviews being posted to the places one selects within their listing of their ARCs. Posting reviews requests on your Facebook Street Teams groups and in other review-minded groups on Facebook is also a great option. The results will of course fluctuate. BookBub is a great space as well, though it does have limits for getting reviews. It does allow you as an author to connect others and fans and give and get reviews and recommendations. If one is aware of how, there is a chance to get emails from reviewers on Amazon who have made their contact information public, which can connect you with like-minded reviewers and thus get you more exposure. However, regardless of what avenue you take, there is no guarantee you are going to get reviews. So in all honesty, there's no sure way to garner a review being proactive and engaging with your readers and fans, although this does ensure you a better chance. But the reason that we want those reviews, whether they're good, they're bad, 1-star, 5-star, is because the more reviews we have, the better our ranking is. The better our ranking is, the more likely we are to see places such as Amazon actually market our book. Now, we've talked a little bit about exploring options to get those reviews. Let's talk a little about how we as an author handle those reviews. It's how we respond as professionals to reviews which can set us apart from other authors. Good ones, bad ones, confusing reviews are all a necessary part of our creative journey. Now, I'm certain we've all got at least one negative review. That 1-star review or review where, your book is literally torn to pieces, leaving you feeling emotionally raw. It feels as if it's a personal attack because we've invested so much into the book. Every one of us has had to deal with such a review at some point in our career. It's not the review we must worry about, but how we react to that review, which is what reflects upon us as consummate professionals. When I first got published some 10 years or so ago, I got some amazing advice from my publisher at the time. She told me to consider what it meant to have a book on the market. For better or worse, I was a public figure, even if it was only to a small select group of people. What I did was being watched closely, and my actions would impact my sales. So regardless of what I thought, I needed to put the thought first that how is this going to be perceived? Her words ring true even now after she's retired and I'm working on book number 13 or so. In some ways, my life changed with the first contract, and in other ways, it's still the same. For me, the biggest difference is how much thought I have to put into what I say online and how I say it. I am still able to voice my opinions, but I must be cognizant of how my readers would receive the responses I put up to reviews or posts on social media, not only for my own work, but for other authors, because authors are also readers. Okay, I can hear you say, nonsense, what could possibly have changed? You aren't the same caliber of author as J.K. Rowling, Stephen King, Nora Roberts. Yes, I am a small dot in a big ocean, but what I say today may affect how seriously I'm taken tomorrow. Social media is not going away. It is often a source of information to potential employers, readers, publishers, etc. I have to be aware of getting into controversial arguments on social media, how my actions in engaging in them reflect on me as a professional. It's not that I was into them to begin with, but I've seen some authors who have lost their minds over a bad review, seemingly to take it as a personal attack. Let me be clear. I'm all for defending oneself, especially in light of some of the negatives circling this industry every day. But let's not kill our career before it's gotten started. We write this book, pour sweat, blood, and tears into it. It becomes a living entity to us. After weeks, months even, of work, it's published and on the market, and we want people to love it. But you check and see, a review. Reading it, the anger rolls, steam's bursting from your ears, and you're ready to throw the laptop out the window. How dare someone tear it apart? What do they mean giving it a single star? Guess what? It happens. The way we handle it will set the tone for ourselves and our reputation as authors. No, you don't toss out the laptop or break things. It won't change anything, and you'll have to clean up the mess and replace the broken computer. Instead, take it for what it's worth. A review is a reader's opinion, and there is very little likelihood you're going to satisfy every single person who picks up your novel. So we have to balance it out. Yes, a negative review sucks. It sucks big time. But we have to expend our energy in a positive manner. If we expend all of our energy on one review, what's left? In my experience, and I make no implication I'm speaking for anyone else, the best way to deal with a negative review is to pick it apart. What is the reader telling me? Was there some plot hole which I didn't see and it pulled the reader from the book? Maybe it was the pacing. Is there a kernel of information within the review I can use? If you can answer any of these questions positively, then I would say this is a positive review. One thing an author would never do, it should never do, is attack the person leaving the review or a fellow author. If you want to lose any credibility or gain a bad reputation, then engage in an all-out troll war. Now, if there's no way to look at the review in a positive light for whatever reason, then just getting past the review is your only option. Put your energy into a more positive endeavor, such as writing. There is never going to be a day when you will please every person who reads your book, and it's been proven bad publicity can work in your favor. Keep in mind, reviews are opinions, and trying to force, cajole, or otherwise please everyone so you get nothing but 5-star reviews until will ultimately hurt you when you suffer burnout. So here's some things to remember when we see a review we disagree with or feel isn't right. Maintaining your composure is very important. Do not engage in a brutal and unnecessary attack online. This does nothing but make you look unprofessional. Separate your emotions from reading to review. Separate your emotions from responding to a review. Do not allow yourself to react quickly. Take a moment or two to allow the emotions to settle and think about how you would like to respond to that review. What your actions and reactions may mean for your career. Professionalism is important. Acting in a professional, polished manner ensures you look like a professional online. Don't spread needless and harmful complaints about the review online. Yes, we can all commiserate, but berating the reviewer online makes a bad review even more impactful and damages your credibility. Remember, all publicity is still publicity. And be polite, respectful, and if worse comes to worse, ignore the review. Remember, your actions could potentially cost you the career you are working so hard to build. So what not to do when you get a negative or confusing review? Remember the old adage, if you have nothing nice to say, do not say anything. This holds true in the face of a negative review. You want to remember your end goal and not to allow yourself to engage emotionally over that review. Do not go after the reviewer on social media. Yes, it's very tempting, but avoid doing so to prevent it becoming a troll war. I hope these a few tips and tricks will prove beneficial for everyone, and just know that reviews are greatly appreciated. So if you have any comments, questions, if you'd like to make any suggestions for any upcoming episodes, please leave a comment, or you can stop by our Tumblr page at distinctauthors.tumblr.com and ask a question there. I will respond to them as soon as I thank you for joining me.